Hello everybody, I am just adjusting for sound levels right now. Um, we'll be getting going really shortly with the matches. I'm just going to be reading my chat to find out what the how the sound's going. This is a replay this is that I'm casting from last night. A bunch of us doing a micro tournament. So what's the noisiest one? This one will probably be the noisiest one. So look at this. All right, Ling Baneling versus Ling Baneling. Let's see Sokmal versus Tim. Oh, can Tim pull it out against Sokmal? Sends one Ling at a time. Ooh. Oh, come on, let that be. Oh, almost a huge miss micro there by Tim, but no. Ooh, excellent engagement by Sokmal. He just needs to split one Ling at a time now. Turn mic up a bit on it. All right, now, how's a little bit better? We're seeing some big Ling Baneling hits. This is really slow for some reason. Oh, there we go. Boom, I think Tim took that victory. Now let's check out the next couple of battles. What are they going to be? We got Marine Marauder versus Ling Baneling. Hey, RP Bio, is it still to, yeah? Ooh, this is me. This is me fighting, look at this excellent Marine Marauder micro. Woo, look at this. Oh, excellent Marine running double stim. Oh, it dodges the Marine. Oh! Marauders sniping down Banelings all day. Go Sue! Alright, how's that one? Game sound is a lot louder than the mic. Wait, it's better now. It's better because there's no engagement going on right now. Well, I'm gonna turn down the game sound. 1 second. Okay. We'll, give it one more. Okay, we're gonna have a Ling engagement going on here. Ling Roach Hydra going on. We see Roach is engaging the Hydra, but Queen's hitting some nasty transfuses. Queen's being focused down now. If the Queens are all focused down, there will be no more transfuses. Gets off one last transfuse. Still has one transfuse in the bank, but is the Queen going to die before it can do it? No, gets all its transfuses off. And this is going to be a really close one between 4 Hydras, but no, the Roaches end up taking down the Hydras. Hey, Bio, how's it now? Alright, we're going to have some Marine tank against some Protoss here. We see the tanks immediately start engaging, but no, the Viking is not engaging oh, look at that. Viking comes up for an engage now, but unfortunately so many Marines were just trashed away. And how close is my face to the mic? Yeah, pull away a bit. You mean some spikes? Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. It was a little bit too close, I think. I'm gonna test this setting right now. We're gonna see pure Roach against Immortal Stalker Sentry. Yeah, right. OP. Some of these games are just broken. We see Immortals just hammering down those Roaches. 2 shots. No field. Oh my God! Look at this. This Protoss army is just tearing apart these guys. And he's doing so good to get around and focus down these Immortals too, but no chance. The Immortal Stalker Sentry is just so powerful against Roaches. Sounds good now. A little bit too quiet, or turn it back up. A little bit of mic action going on. Turning the mic up a little bit, and we're going to be seeing another battle like from Ling Marine or Marauder Marine or Marine Marauder tank. Yep, tank sieging up and Marauder splitting right now. Oh no, this is mine. I don't want to watch this. It's terrible. We see Raven. Oh, Raven gets a huge hit off on those Marines, and the Marines pick up, but another Raven goes down, puts down auto turrets. Really big choice there from Tim, sending down those auto turrets to take a lot of the damage. And they were doing good, but no, it looks like, oh, how is this going to work? 2 Marauders absolutely shredding this. Oh my God, that auto turret tanking so much damage for Tim there. Really well done by Tim to throw those down. Nice. Are we perfect now? Yeah, we're in the money zone. That's what I like to hear. And that was me trying to go in on Luke. It was terrible. Ooh, we see Viking Banshee Wars. So one Viking gets immediately picked off by Tim, and Tim decides to land everything. Very interestingly enough. Oh. Tim not using his Banshee as the tank that it's meant to be right now. Very interesting choice by Tim here. Alright, that's worth it. We don't need lose. Alright, and in the finals, ooh, we know the finals here. We see Stalker versus Stalker Zealot, or yeah, let's do that one. No, let's do this one. No, we've seen Roach Rider versus Queen. We're gonna see Stalker Zealot and Sentry versus Stalker Sentry Phoenix. So sending in the Zealots to tank, it is me, and 3 of the Stalkers immediately lifted up. So really good job by Tim to lift those up, but he is not microing back these Stalkers, and those Zealots get a huge hit off on 1 or 2 of them. The Guardian Shield popped up by the Sentry, which was all it was pretty much good for. And focusing down the Stalkers now is Cookie Maker. Yeah, now you can easily clean up the rest of these Phoenixes. Alright, we are good to go. Alright, so our first game is about to get underway between Grak and Calcium. Grak will be playing for our heroes, the University of Victoria, and it is going to be a Zerg vs. Zerg on the MLG Shattered Temple. So this is the first match of University of Victoria versus University of California Los Angeles, and we are going to be hammering them today. It's going to be a lot of fun. First up is the ZVZ between Grak and Calcium. Our hero, Gary Arians, is going to be taking on Calvin Ho of the UCLA. Going into the game now, we see that they have spawned close air positions, as they were wondering if it was even possible. But of course, with 2 overlords about to cross, they will soon find out, and it is going to be up to them to see what they do from there. Now, in this position, it is very interesting to watch Zerg vs. Zerg, certainly because apparently I voiced... Ooh, interesting. Apparently, because once the 2 players know that they've spawned next to each other, we'll see how long they go before throwing down a spawning pool, or if one of them opts for a 15 hatch, or opts to throw down a hatchery before the other one puts down their pool, or if someone puts down the pool before the hatchery, then both players know exactly what they are in for, and that neither of them really needs to scout. Grak, very interestingly enough, deciding not to throw his Overlord down right away, but putting down a spawning pool instead. So a 10 pool coming out of Grak against Calcium, and Calcium's probably going to know that something's up, but is he going to go for the 15 hatch anyways? We will have to see. Grak, interestingly enough, did not try to put that spawning pool further away. Try to do a little bit of a dodging trickery, but he is going to see that 10 pool. So this is going to be really interesting to see how he responds. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't immediately throw down a 13 pool, and there it goes. So this is going to be very, very tough for Grak in this situation. I don't understand exactly why he would risk that, especially when he knew that his opponent was going to scout him immediately. Very, very interesting choice by him. Now, what's even going to be more interesting from here is going to see how aggressive he gets. So you see only 2 links saved up at the moment, and the Overlord is gone. And is he going to? But two sets of links, pardon me. So 4 links, 6 links total in production now. But this spawning pool is certainly going to pop from Calcium around the same time those links are done. And so he should have links out of his own, or at least a spine crawler building before Grak gets his links in. Grak, interestingly enough, does decide to send the links with all 6, and Calcium is going to see them coming with that spotting Overlord right there. He's going to know exactly what he's in for. Immediately, Queen goes down, and Spine Crawler in his natural, and 2 sets of links coming out for him. So our here, oh, pardon me, not even links. It's going to be more drones out of Grak. So he's very confident. Oh, links are already built, so it's going to be 4 versus 6 already with drone support, and there's nothing that Grak can do in this situation. He is a little bit behind economically now. If we go to the units count, we see 13-13, interestingly enough. So, but whose queen is going to be out first? It's going to be Grak's, and he has more gas mined. Very interesting opening. We see if we go to the unit station, we see that our UCLA opponent has a couple more lings, but the drone count is actually higher for Grak. So that's 10 pool opening for him is working out very well. As well, his speed has started before his opponents. Oh, pardon me, it did not start before opponents, just after, and now it's going to be a ling battle. So the only difference now is this crawler right now in the main and speed is a little bit faster for UCLA, but it is very, very close otherwise, and we see a Roach Warren immediately going down for Grak. Neither player at this point looking to expand, as both know that it is a bit of an aggressive game that has started to open, and we see Grak just fending off these lings with this queen and more lings in production. A Baneling Nest now going down for Grak, whereas that Roachworn and Baneling Nest will finish around the same time, but of course Banelings takes a little less time to morph in than it does to make Roaches. As well, Roaches are so expensive, so hopefully Grak, it looks like he's now saving up Larva, but he's not going to be supply capped. But no, our UCLA opponent is in fact supply capped and will be for quite some time. Now this Baneling Nest is up, and he's probably going to want to spend all that money on Banelings. The 3 Roaches are in production now, and Grak needs to go see this and engage. He needs to go start targeting those down really badly. He needs to, but unfortunately, this is a bad place for him to be fighting, and the other lings have speed now, so really well timed out by our Zerg opponent, and the Queen is forced to hold position there, and Roach is now in there, but a Spine Crawler finishing, but 4 Banelings chasing down all those drones, 2 drones deciding to fight. Oh, so many drones take that hit, and he's down to just 6 drones versus 13, and the Queen goes down, and that is GG, and it is over already. 1 quick attack, and the game is done. That was our first matchup from Gary Arians versus Calvin Ho, and Calcium, the player from UCLA, took that handily, unfortunately. So, next game. Coming up quick. Stay tuned. All right, so game 2 has it started now, and we are underway with it. It is going to be Uvic's Eric May versus UCLA's Jeffrey Lindquist. So the map is GSL's dual site, or pardon me, MLG's dual site in this case, and it's going to be a ZVT. Now our hero Eric May is really well known for his macro game, as he is a top Grandmaster Protoss, or top Grandmaster Terran, pardon me. And you only get that far with having sick control and macro. But his opponent, the Masters player Sitter, is not well known for very much of anything. So in this case, we'll see how he's able to compete against. Eric was recently a part of the Team VP's A team. He's been moved up into the competition ladder for them, and they are doing quite well in their team leagues, mostly in part to the excellent macro and timing attacks of our friend Eric. He's exceptional with his wonderful timings and knows a lot about how this game needs to be played. Now this map is very interesting. It's has a relatively wide open natural, but the third is what's even better, is that the third is significantly wide open, as well as if you attack the third, there's a lot of opportunity to come around and do a counterattack into the main or natural. So certainly this base is easy to attack from multiple angles, and it's more often considered a Zerg favored map than otherwise. Zergs on this map tend to emphasize counterattacks, significant counterattacks, rather than just straight up engagements, and especially with these attacking lanes near the base, it's usually quite possible. We see the first scouting overlord from Sitter is wandering out this way, and it'll be interesting to see if Eric May decides to send a Marine out to intercept it before it can sneak into the base, or if the overlord's going to make it all the way around to the side. As well, the second overlord coming out here, poking its way out of the base just to look like it wants to check for cheese. So very, very good scouting pattern from Sitter here, who does end up putting down that 15 hatchery. And just when Eric's first barracks has finished up and the Marine is in place. So now I wonder if he's gonna continue to hide that barracks. The drone is not yet founded, and at this point, Sitter is probably starting to panic a little bit, thinking he's being cheesed. He still has not seen that barracks and is heading down, and now finally gets a glimpse of it, so he knows it is there now, but that drone is dead, and it is not going to get any more scouting information. If Eric micros this correctly, which he should be able to if he is able to chase down that drone. No, not quite. Just getting away with 7 HP, so 2 more shots would have been needed, but Eric instead getting a full scout of his opponent's main and sees exactly 1 gas spawning pool and quite normal timings from his opponent. Eric going with the very risky one Rax command center, so straight into command center after pushing that drone away. Did it actually go down? If we go to the units lost tab, we see no, the drone did not go down yet. And where is it then? Is it just... It's not at the watchtower. Did it get back into the main? I don't think so. It must have found its way all the way back. And Eric throwing up the false bunker in his opponent's natural. So getting that bunker up just in time, but pulling it away and salvaging it. So just doing a little bit of false pressure. And his opponent probably thinks that something is up. But yeah, he gets a nice little poke at that overlord, and immediately looks like he's going to be pulling that back. So we go back to the everyone cam. We see that in production, just a couple of sets of lings and a queen, as well as speed on its way for our Zerg opponent, and that command center nearly finished, and as well as Eric taking both his refineries and 2 more barracks. So he's going to have to hold on to this, do his best to hold on to this command center, and immediately throwing down the bunker out front. So a spine crawler now coming out for the Zerg, who does not realize that he is under 0 pressure whatsoever, and just and these lings being forced to pull back by the 3 Marines of Eric, who's doing a really good job staying aggressive with what few units he does have. So another 2 lings of our opponent, of the UCLA player, holding the watchtowers at the moment, but he's going to want to pull those back if he wants to hold on to this. But no more lings are in production, and they should be popping any second now. Well, a couple of drones look like they're going to pop first, but 6 lings on their way now. Just 1 set of lings has popped, and Eric, is he going to go clear those watchtowers? No, he went and had a little look, but did not end up clearing that watchtower. As well, that Overlord's in a really good position, so it knows exactly where the Marines are and if they're going to be in trouble on the base. That command center is up and running now, and I still don't believe that our Zerg player knows about it. He still has not seen it, so this is his vision here, and he does not know that command center is up. He's only ever seen this Rax. He's playing very, very blind, and is forced to make this evolution chamber to prevent any Hellion run-bys. That's a very interesting choice, because there's still a gap right here, so if any Hellions did come, I believe that is not going to come out. As one of our spectators mentions, we see an early lair especially from one gas. So it looks like he's knows that realizes he's playing blind and wants to poke in, but now it knows that command center is up. If we go to his vision, he sees the bunker here, but and sees the command center. There we go. Going to start focusing down some of these SCVs. Eric's first to pull them, but doing a really good job defending with those Marines. Really well done there by Eric. And Sitter has forced to pull back and decides to start researching ground upgrades on his Carapace level 1. So that lair's going to come out fast for him, but it's very likely only just for the fast scout. It's most likely he's going to be turning that Overlord into an Overseer right away, or getting Overlord speed very fast, because he really doesn't have much gas for anything else. And no, not yet. We'll see what he does with his first 100 gas. Has not thrown down anything yet. I wonder if he's just going to straight save for a Spire, but he has now taken one of the gases at his natural. So sitting on 2 gas for this player, and he's taking a quick third after realizing that Eric's very, very fast. One rack CC is going to be easily keeping up with him in supply count. We see the supplies are relatively even. Eric actually pulling ahead right now, and it looks like he wants to hit a bit of a timing attack with this Marine Marauder force, sending one Marine to the towers to just to start clearing them and allowing his force to move forward unseen. As well, this one link spotting for the third, so he knows that Eric has not yet taken an incredibly fast third. And when we go to the unit station, we see only 39 SCVs, so he is not even remotely saturated, and has really no need to take a third other than possibly for the mule benefit. We see Starport up now and just switching out for Medevac, so Eric is going to be sending this timing attack with Medevac support. I think it's going to be a very strong choice for him, as this third will just have finished, so the production will have not yet kicked in from that third. As well, we see another Evo chamber coming up, and very interesting choices of placement for these Evo chambers. Right at the moment, his Zerg opponent is still playing quite blind, but Eric's going to lose that Marine for sure, and sending one Ling back to this tower and this Ling back to the other tower, so he is still going to be able to see absolutely everything. Eric is going to need to clear those watchtowers again if he wants to move out unseen. Our Zerg player is still on that fast lair, of course, is now taking his 4th gas. And what did he do with his initial investment in gas? We don't know. It's just piling up. So no Spire on the way. Only another hatchery. Finally, Spire in production now. He did get that Baneling nest up, so and our Zerg player does see him moving out now, so with 2 Medevacs, I wonder if he's just going to go try and snipe that third, or if he's going to move straight into the main with a Medevac. Oh, that's a lot of Lings. Eric, stem up and get away. Nice, tearing through those Lings. Really good job by Eric, sitting on 0 upgrades. His opponent the Carapace has finished for his opponent, but not quite yet, and Banelings are morphing now, so Eric's going to have to be very, very careful splitting those Marines if he wants to, or stimming in. Is he going to pick them all off very first? I think he is going to be able to fire them all, focus them down. Almost finished. Nice, very well done, moving the Marauders forward and taking out a lot of those Marines. Really well done by Eric to take this down. The supply count is just falling for our Zerg player, and Eric just needs to be very, very careful not to let those Marines die to one single Baneling, and moving into the natural now, taking out a lot of drones. Is he going to focus down the hatchery now, or is he going to focus down the drones? Eric is macroing up behind this, takes down the Evo chamber. Unfortunately, nothing building there, so Eric really, really needs to get in there and start doing some serious damage to it. Something like a spawning pool of Spire popping now, and Eric is going to focus that down for sure. This Queen is going to go down in one more shot. So many Lings about to swarm in now. Queen goes down right away. More Lings in production, but those are just wasted. Such super stemmed up, and Eric is ready to lose this force. But look at this, another attack at the third, and this one is certainly going to go unopposed for so long. Eric now just rallying in units. He doesn't mind losing all these in the front, and those Marauders still alive. Medevac's now down on energy. This drop has done so much damage. Oh, and he picks up and is able to leave as well. This force has taken down the third, and Eric is in a commanding lead right now at this point, with so many drones taken down, as well as so much production being forced to be used on Lings. As a lot of money our player spent on Lings, and as well as taking out Evolution Chamber and this Spire here. So there's going to be this fast lair did not help our Zerg player at all, as he was able to get 0 Mutalisks on the field, I believe. If we go to the units tab, we see no Mutalisks, so he was unable to produce anything at that point. But he is swinging around for a counterattack at the third, but it has not landed yet, and is probably not going to decide to do so for quite some time. Big Marine Marauder force still coming out from Eric, and he is going to be able to engage this with no problems at all. I believe he's going to be taking that down without any troubles. Going to drop off those 2 Marauders, and nope, not going to drop them off. Just to decide to land the third, and undoubtedly will be making that into a planetary fortress. He does not need the economic lead at this point. He is ridiculously far ahead and understands it. Is very likely going to land this planetary and just keep running with his current lead. Supply depot wall coming out now. It'll be interesting to see if our Zerg player ever decides to get, is going to just macro back up, or is he going to go for the straight all-in. Wouldn't be surprised to see him just Baneling bust through that wall if that's what he's going to try to do. Eric at this point is still on pure bio. No tanks in production for him whatsoever. It's just pure Marine Marauder at this point. And 3 more barracks being added on by Eric. So he's going to go into heavy Marine production with medvac support. And look at this timing attack coming out from Eric is huge. His supply is doubling his opponents at this point, and if he is able to doom drop all of this right into the main with a very good positioning, he should be able to crush this. Lots of drones sitting idle for the moment from that hatchery, which did not have its rally point set, but does now. We see our Zerg player is looking for a bit of a 2-base defense now at this point, but this time attack is going to be so huge. And is he going to elevator into the main? He might just elevator one set of units and keep the others on the ground, because it's so difficult for a Zerg to do. You have to split up your Marines, or you have to split up your Lings and your Banelings. Oh, Eric maybe just feinting pressure. No, he is looking like he wants to go for it. Bit of a scan into the natural. Is he going to see those Banelings? If we go to his vision, he did. Don't think he saw those, but those Banelings rolling in now. Eric's stemming up and is going to be forced to split those Marines. Eric, split those Marines, pick them up, run, split the Marines, run. Yes. Oh, look at that Marine split. Excellently well done. And so many units still alive from Eric after that destruction. And he is going to just run straight into the natural and target down the extractor because he doesn't want his opponent mining gas. Get the other Evo chamber because he doesn't want his opponent upgrading. And now finally focusing down the hatchery, but lots and lots of Lings swarming it. So many Lings swarming in now, but Eric in an excellent position. Look at that. Really well done, not letting a lot of his units be surrounded. Really good split there from the Zerg player to bring a few units around to the back, but unfortunately against the power of this Marine Marauder force with 1-1, it's just not doable. And our Zerg player GG's, and that is the second game, folks. Thank you very much. And the score is now 1-1. And so our third game is underway. This is going to be Uvic's Bobby Lee and Timothy Tang taking on UCLA's Hoon Hee Jo and Terry Chen in the 2v2 battle on the Ruins of Tarsonis. This is going to be a Terran Protoss for Uvic coming up against the Terran Protoss of UCLA. So very interestingly enough, neither team's having a Zerg. And we see lag coming out right away from one of our current players. And look, here we go, folks. This is going to be a lot of fun. Very interesting. It's not very often that you see a mirror matchup, especially when it's Protoss Terran. More often you see Terran Zerg or Zerg Protoss teams, simply because the Zerg is able to get that really early timing attack out with Lings quite often. So, but on this map, it is maybe a lot more favored for the Terran Protoss teams because they're able to do a double wall off very, very easily. Of course, those backdoor rocks are always able to be busted down, and it's highly recommended to do that at some point in the game. But just to get a nice little run by with some units, but in this case with no Lings, neither team is going to be busting those down in a hurry for a very, very super early timing attack. We see everyone just opening exactly a mirror of each other, and so far nothing coming out, no cheeses, no only the pylon and supply depots at the front. We see Hazard is actually building in his own main because he realizes that a wall off at the front is actually non-beneficial to his team when, especially if you can get siege tanks outside your front, and they can hit this while a siege tank behind it was not able to hit the one out front. So a very interesting choice from our Uvic team to not do a full wall off right away at the front, but it's now looking to be a bit more of a mirror, simply throwing that supply depot at the back. So now we see a wall off coming from Uvic, and oh, this wall he is right, is quite ugly, and would be open to Hellions if they wanted to run by. It is open on both sides of that pylon, so very, very interesting pylon choice placement from our UCLA player. And Tim, oh no, it's stuck, and he does mineral walk it through in time. So good micro from Tim there to mineral walk it through. He's going to be able to see that there is no gas from our Terran player, and our Zerg player has thrown down just a single gas. So if we go to the units lost tab, we see one SCV already lost for our green UCLA player, who is who's now down an SCV. That's rough when you lose one to a scouting. You lose an SCV to a scouting unit. Oh, that's gotta suck. It must just feel so bad. And looks like Uvic was able to get away with both of their scouts. So really well done from Uvic to get away with both their scouts and not do anything like that. And we see two gateways coming out now from our purple Protoss, and they are going to be close. 3 gates coming out from our purple Protoss. It is going to be a 4 gate from our Protoss, and we'll see what Tim has in store to hold on to this. But is Bobby going to scout this? He does put up the watchtower. He does get to the watchtower, and if we go to the vision of our Uvic players, he is. Oh, is he going to see it? He's going to get up there. He sees the probe. He sees the gateways, and really well scouted by Bobby. He's going to see it all. And was this just going to be a straight Zealot cheese? It was going to be Zealot cheese. Zealots are on their way now, and no doubt a bunker is going to be going down very quickly. Yes, bunker at the front, and Marines pulling back now, and as well as full wall off by Tim. Really good reaction from the Uvic players to wall off so quickly, and a forge coming out from Tim as well. So we're going to see cannons, and great scout. Hazard sees everything that's coming in. Is that bunker going to get up in time? It better. You need to pull some more SCVs. Bobby, do it now. For Marines getting to work on that Zealot right away. That oh God, please get that up. Get that bunker up. Get that bunker up. If they focus down, they need to focus down that SCV and make sure it doesn't finish the bunker. But no, it does finish the bunker, and yes, Marines are inside it now. So no, even if that supply depot falls, Bobby will be a little bit supply blocked, but a good force field is pushing them back, and the cheese has started to fail. We see more Zealots just completely being rallied out of there. 3 Zealots at the front now. Marines just being rallied in, but so far an excellent hold by our Uvic team. And Tim is going for a Twilight Council. Interesting. So despite all this, he thinks he's going to be able to hold on no problem. So at this point, they are going to have to push forward, and we see Stalker going to be able to hit from the high ground. Now, Tim, pull that Stalker forward and hit from the high ground if you can. Oh no, backdoor rocks now being worked down on, so they are going to have to hold 2 places at once. Very, very difficult. And we see a Hellion coming out, so Hellions are excellent. Very excellent against those Zealots. So Very good choice by him. Tim is now going to be forced to make some sentries, though. And are we going to see a wall off? We are going to see a wall off if he gets it up in time. No, he sends the 3 SCVs over, but no wall off so far. Only bunker. No, it's going down, but it is too late. The rocks have been broken through, and a lot of Zealots are in the main now, and no doubt the Marines are going to be rallied through that side as well. So those Zealots are going to do a lot of damage in the mineral line, but a cannon going up for Tim now. Really good choice by him just to get that cannon up, and he starts pulling probes. I wonder if he's going to engage at all. Nope, not pulling probes to engage, but no, just one Zealot now working on these probes. But Tim now with 3 Stalkers, and this bunker is not up, and has just gone down, but now all these units can kite so well. Hazard has Hazard with the Hellion is he gonna have 2 Hellions out? He has almost 2 Hellions, and he's getting out a Banshee. So very, very intelligent choice from Uvic Hazard right there to get that Banshee out. And Stalker's doing an excellent job kiting everything, but that sentry is gonna fall for sure. And the Hellion now taking out the Zealots as well. But so much damage has been done. All those Zealots have been rallied, and we see our Terran player, both players are still on 1 gases, but our Protoss player hasn't even taken it. Oh, big lineup, line those Zealots up again. 2 Hellions now out for Hazard, and he opts for 2 sentries. So very interesting choice by him. He's decides to just straight wall it off, and really interesting choice. Now they're going to be forced to engage through the choke, pulls through the choke now, but so many probes gone down for Tim. We see he's just going to straight engage this now, and there are not that many Zealots left alive. So if he's able to take out these Marines, then he can just simply out micro the Zealots that are left. He really needs to take out those Marines. We see it's a 4 racks Marine production, but no upgrades coming out of our Marining player yet. If we're looking at the unit count, if we want to keep that unit count up, we see 7 probes left for Tim, or 3 probes left for Tim, but no, oh, look at that. This Banshee's doing so much work in this base, and only 6 for our other Protoss players, so they have almost even the worker count over there. They need to start microing back again. There's again a huge micro battle in the base. After he takes down those Zealots, they really need to take down. The bunker is up now, but they really do need to take down those Marines. And once they take down the Marines, they have the Banshee is there to take down any follow-up. So the Banshee doing a really good job at all of those. Oh my God, all of those SCVs are down now, and a turret about to go up in the Terran's main. But Hazard is bringing his Banshee over, and looks like Uvic has held all these Zealots. Going to be chasing around now, but Tim down to 1 probe. Our purple Protoss down to 0 probes, and it is 25-18. So Bobby isn't a macro lead, but as well a large tech lead. His opponent only has barracks production, and this Banshee can shoot down a lot, and it is cloaked. So it has 26 kills on this 1 Banshee. Oh my God! Look at this, and the Zealot coming in. Oh, another poorly rallied Zealot, and another one's going to be coming in as well. But so many Zealots. Oh, they should have just ran with it. Are these Zealots now going to go attack at the front? Looks like they are. They know his opponent knows that all of his units are away. But he has taken down the pylon. So very good choice. They will not be able to produce out of those gateways for quite some time. But this is going to need to be really going to need to be repaired if Bobby wants to do it. And he does get 2 SCVs over there for the excellent repair. And a lot of these Zealots are going to fall now. That Banshee, it could easily just chase all those Zealots. 2 Banshees now. And where is our hero Banshee? Oh my God, escapes with 2 HP and 29 kills. 29 kills. That Banshee is a commander. That is a hero Banshee. And we still see 0 probes for our purple Protoss, who, if we click on him, he has 100 money, so he's chrono boosting out probes now, sitting on just 1 probe. Obviously going to have to be fed a little bit of cash from his muling partner. As well, these gateways are still inactive, and our Uvic team is going over to shut those down. So an amazing hold by Team Uvic at this point. And it looks like a Terran is just simply still teching out, getting that concussive shell and combat shield, but no stim research in sight. So it looks like he is going to want to get some Marauders out to defend against the excellent play that Hazard and Tim have done so far. So Jackson now sitting on only 5 probes, still chrono boosting them out as hard as he possibly can, whereas Tim is sitting on 8, and he is also chrono boosting them out as fast as he possibly can. So both our Protoss players are going to be rebuilding as fast as possible, but Tim now remember that Tim has this Twilight Council up as well as 3 working gates, as long as he can get that 3rd one actually working and powered up. But 3 Banshees coming out now, and that is going to be trouble. If they can really easily snipe down that engineering bay, and there'll be no more turrets, and then he'll be able to start working on the production lines or the Marines. We only see 2 turrets in play for our Terran partner, who has probably had to feed some money to his Protoss partner, but it's now 10-9, so Tim not building up the probes quite as fast as he as his opponent seems to be catching up, but he is maintaining a bit of a lead. And oh no, oh that's just mean. 3 Banshees going to be taking out all of these probes. So many probes going down. And it looks like our Terran is forced to pull back. They were going to go for a strong timing attack there, but no. Instead, is he going to focus down the Nexus? Very, very interesting choice by him, focusing down the Nexus. But oh, they do have cloak, but no doubt our Terran player has a scan saved up. So if he scans, he's going to be able to take down. No, not able to take down 1 Banshee, and it is still at 1 kill. And there's a 13 kill Banshee, a 3 kill Banshee, and where is our hero? Our hero, the commander, with 29. So why aren't you not leading the charge there, 29 kill Banshee? You are doing an excellent job. Banshee heading back now, and still no turrets in play, and he decides to send those right back in. My God. So now at this point, our hero Hazard has taken his expansion and is muling it, and is taking down his front door rocks as well. There are tanks out, so these tanks should be able to really tear apart this Bioforce if it tries to walk up the ramp. So very, very good job getting those tanks out quickly. As well, Banshee and Raven, and so a pure tech build coming out from Bobby at this point. And the tanks are wailing down and doing so much damage. And if we get a good repair up, oh my God, tank shots going off huge. Oh, just splattering so many Terran units. And oh, that's rough. But are they just going to go through the back door? They are. They have that option. We see those gateways are gone. They are not able to scout anymore. But we see Zealots being sent through the back door, and 1 Banshee. No, no. Was that the hero? Our hero has died. But oh man, look at this. But no stim still, so they are not able to stim and charge up. 2 tanks sieging up now at the Protoss base, so doing a very good job. And they are in an excellent position to defend against this, but he needs to micro those stalkers back and allow the just go to work. He's going to be pulling. I wonder if he's going to pull more tanks forward. He currently has 2 there. He really needs to engage with more tanks. This 1 tank is unsieging, and it is not going to be able to run away in time. And Tim is forced to pull all of his probes once again. Bobby now sitting, of course, on 2 mining bases. Has not quite set the rally point properly for that 1 base, but he's just sitting on really high money at this point. But a strong engagement should be no problem. And he throws down a PDD. Very nicely done. Excellent choice to bring the PDD forward. So those now pulling SCVs at this point. Are they all in at this? He did pull so many SCVs. This is a complete all-in, and they really need to do damage here. There was SCVs and probes against SCVs against the Stalkers and tanks and PDD and the Banshee at the beginning. And oh no, so many Hellions are just going to tear apart those Marines and come in and tank for the Stalkers. And this is going to be the last of this Terran force. And I'd be very surprised if our Protoss or Terrans can come back from here. Those Banshees just doing so much work. Look at this. We see 17 kills, so the Nexus has gone down for our Protoss player, and we see the GG from UCLA. And Uvic has won the 2v2 and is up 2-1. Stay tuned for Game 4. So for anyone watching the stream right now and not in chat, this is a very, very interesting situation where neither of the set 4 players are actually online. So it looks like both teams are going to be having to sub in a Protoss and a Protoss sub for Uvic and a Terran sub for UCLA, unless they agree on a race change, because it is allowed if the other team allows it to go for a race change. But in this case, since both teams are subbing, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So we are in fact going to be having a sub versus sub situation. Uvic is going to be subbing in one of their strongest players, none other than Painism. He's going to be rocking in the house while though. We do not yet know who his opponent is, though. So it's going to be a PVT on Zelnaga Caverns. Painism is subbing in for Kevin Sparrow Obson, and Magic is subbing in for Evan Ball, or the Magician. Set 4 has started, and right now Uvic is up 2-1, so our hero Painism, the Protoss player, could close this out right now if he wanted to. Of course, if he wants to. He's going to be toying with Magic all day because he's the best Protoss on the team. And it's going to be a very interesting start. We see the blue Protoss Painism against the very standard red Terran Magic. Magic has paused the game. Apparently one of the spectators said wait just after we began the countdown, so we'll have to see what this is about. We'll check it out in just a second. Oh, and the game is unpaused now, and it was very early paused, so neither player was put off by it at all. This is going to be a very interesting map to see. A lot of fun on Zelnaga Caverns. As everyone knows, this is a very standard map with the hole in the middle, because every map should have a big hole in the middle, 2 Zelnaga watchtowers, and a wide open natural. So Hellions are quite effective on this map for run-bys. However, with very good SimCity, the Protoss should still be able to expand as long as they get some buildings up blocking the run-by alleyways. As well, the Terran is generally not able to go for the fastest command centers on this map, just because there's so much room to walk around with stalkers and sentries that can shoot. So because it's such a wide open, we are more likely to see a bit of a one-base play from both players before expanding, unless they just feel they're able to hold on to that strong position at the natural. We see Magic getting supply blocked for about 3 seconds there while his supply depot was continuing to build, but doing a very standard play, throwing down that barracks, and is inevitably going to be sending out not sending out the SCV to scout. We see Derek Painism going for the very standard 1 gateway then scout in this matchup. And are we going to see the scout from Magic? We are. He did scout his own base first just to make sure there's no ridiculously early pylons in his main, but he is coming out to check around. Oh, thought he was going to throw down a command center, but there's no money for that yet. What are you doing? Is just going to go check around for the cheeses, whereas Painism in this case not too worried about cheese, obviously not scouting his own base. Just figures to it'll be all right. But if anyone just watched that last 2v2, which was one of the most intense 2v2s I have ever seen, with an amazing hold by Uvic from a very, very strong attack by UCLA, who flooded in with Zealots, Marines, and broke down the backdoor rocks. But an incredible micro hold from Uvic, who was able to just micro with Stalker, Hellion, just able to get a few out and hold on against so many Marines and Zealots. It was a very, very intense back and forth both ways. Both Protoss is losing all of their probes at one point. So we see the reactor is out now, and it is going to be another barracks. So far, it's a very standard two racks opening with gas from our Terran player as well. Just a very standard Cybercore gateway build coming out from our Protoss, who has not even decided to proxy any gateways. So no cheese coming out from in this game so far. This one Marine at the front is not opting to poke out anywhere and does not have a good scout, but this SCV is starting to go for a hide, so will he drop a third barracks somewhere in the mix over here, or is he just checking around for hidden, probably just checking around for hidden gates or hidden tech, which we do not see any of at this point. The probe's going to go back in for a bit of a scout, and is he going to get in? Nope. Denied right away by the Marine, and Magic was on top of that, ready to micro that Marine back to start shooting at the probe again, and the supply depot wall has gone up, so there will be no more probe scouts coming in. Painism's probe now gonna just have fun seeing this SCV, and is he gonna try and sneak in? He might have to sacrifice it up the ramp just to get a look, but this probe is being followed the whole way, so it's gonna not be able to get back up until its shields recharge. But we see the Nexus, very fast Nexus coming down from Painism, who basically went for the 1-gate Nexus play. And a sentry out now for him, and he's going to need a few more sentries out as well if he wants to if he wants to be able to hold this. We see he's running off only 1 gas currently, so his gas is quite low, and he may or may not have enough to build a 3rd sentry as soon as that's out. But Warp Gate is closing on being done, and he has an excellent well-timed build out. So those 2 gateways will be up just in time for when Warp Gate finishes. As well, this sentry will be done, but he does have a Stalker in production next, which he's chrono boosting out rather than waiting on that production cycle and allowing Warp Gate to finish. So very excellent play from him. He now has 1 Zealot and 2 sentries out, which he can hold off a little bit. But ooh, scary looking push coming out. Marine Marauder coming out from him now, and Painism has decided to transfer probes, which will help him inevitably to hold this off if he's forced to pull some probes. But 3 gates and Warp Gate is almost finished, and he needs that Warp Gate to finish so bad. He doesn't have a low ground pylon. Oh no, this is not good for him. He's gonna, oh no, one sentry caught by the Marauder, by the concussive Marauder. Really well done. He does not even, he does force field off the low ground, so really well done. Going to take out both of those SCVs, but the Nexus is now being worked down on, and Warp Gate has finished, so he is going to warp in that first round, and it is going to be 3 Stalkers. But that, oh my god, that Nexus is just going down so fast. Go! You have to go now if you want to hold that Nexus. It is going down so fast, my god. And going to work on it, but oh, such a strong force by Magic here, who's gone for a very, very aggressive 2 racks and before building his own command center. So that Nexus has gone down and is effectively turning away so many probes being pulled by Painism now. Is he going to pull these probes to attack as well? He is, but he's lost so much already, and this single push from Magic could just end the game really, really early. So many probes being killed now. If we go to the unit set, we see only 14 probes to 21 SCVs as well, but enough Stalkers there. This should be able to repel this force now if he's able to micro it away. But he needs to focus down the Marauder to take out that concussive shell, and this probe was in place to build the Nexus again, but no. We see 5 Stalkers now just being contained by this small Bioforce, and he decides to back up. So at this point, oh man, oh, that poor guy. Oh, and this right here was probably one of the main reasons that force did so much damage. Oh, poor Painism. Unfortunately rallied the only Stalker he built out of that gateway right into the hole there, so it will not be able to get out until he gets Blink, which is not going to be probably any time in this game at this point. He is only trying to catch up. He's very far behind the supply right now. If we're looking at the units, it's 15 to 23 for in the worker count. But that's with 2 fully functioning orbitals, and Magic, no doubt right now, is going to sit back, macro up for another push. He knows that he has already hit a strong timing window. Surprisingly, he's not going to hit another timing window with this force that he has right now. But he knows that in the near future, he will be very, very far ahead if he's able to just macro hard. Painism at this point getting an Immortal out and might try for a very, very quick timing, but it would take some serious micro to beat down on this force, and he knows he's behind this game, and he knows it. So sitting on 3 gates, just building out Stalkers, but with so few probes and no probes in production, so he looks like he has no choice here but to go all in. I wonder if he's even going to bring probes with him on this attack, but unfortunately that usually does not work that well against the Terran, who can simply lift and float away if in the event of a base trade, especially if there's no probes left to be built. But oh, a good scout came out there from Magic, and he also is going to have this scouting factory, so he knows exactly what his opponent has, and he is preparing for it quite well. 2 bunkers now being thrown down, and Painism is going to be moving out into trouble. But he has no choice. A quick chrono boost on the Robo, but Painism is supply blocked, unfortunately, so he is not able to get anything out right now. So just making matters worse, and he is focusing down one of his own gateways just to get that Stalker out, because he is not going to be producing out of that gateway anytime soon. So why not, right? Sending out a probe now, so that he will be putting up a reinforcing pylon. Magic now moving out with Medivac. So unfortunately, Marines with Medivac support are very, very strong against those Stalkers, and he does see it. Oh, he needs to throw that pylon down quick and reinforce very, very quickly, but no. Oh, Painism runs right into it, and no, so much damage being done. 3 Stalkers falling right away, and 2 more Stalkers being caught, and Painism needs to engage here, and it is very nearly over. We see the Immortal falling right away, as well as an extra pylon falling, so he is going to have to warp in his own base. And Ooh, an extra stim coming out from our Terran player who has stimmed out, who's a little bit stim happy at this point. But this would be a very strong engagement for Painism if he wanted to engage on the cliff there, but no, our Terran player races right into the main, and the Stalkers are going to two Zealots tanking. No, not attacking with the Stalkers, just simply deciding to run with it, waiting until that Immortal gets out, and the probes are coming in for the surround, but it is too late, and they are all going to fall. No doubt this will be GG any second now. The Immortal's just going to come out and get shredded as soon as it possibly can. Ooh, decides to engage in a choke though, and it gets only a couple of shots off. So many probes down as well. A big reinforcing force from Magic there. He has the ability to reinforce so well. And Painism is just holding on for dear life right now, delaying as long as he possibly can for that inevitable moment. But unfortunately, he does not have the ability to lift up and fly away as a BM Terran would. Instead, he decides to send his probes for the all-in and building a pylon down in the third just to make sure that his opponent cannot expand down there. He does not want his opponent taking a third behind this. He does not want him to have the opportunity to do that. Sending those probes for the reinforcement now, but he has no more minerals to build any buildings, so this pylon will be his last one. And his Terran opponent not taking apart these buildings at all right now, instead just opting to continue to macro up. Painism is now being revealed, unfortunately, so if his opponent ever looks at his third and decides to expand there, he will be able to see it. Oh, look at this, our Terran opponent now floating several minerals. He was able to macro up a very strong force, but seems to be floating a couple of minerals at this time, and building an assimilator as well, so Painism doing an excellent job staying in this game as long as he possibly can. Never give up, never surrender until the last moment, right? So the scan going off, I don't know why he'd bother scanning. He can see it, he has a vision of it. He can actually see it without scanning. Like, what was the point of that? Anyway, so he's going to be moving out with this little force here. Has not decided to use any of his reinforcements. Just decides to sit with them. And are they going to go see this this pylon? They are not. No. So Painism is staying in this game a little bit longer, turning it into a long macro game for one of the players. But are they going to go see it now? Looks like these units are rallied down here, so it is not this. These buildings do not have long to live, and all the probes have died from Painism now, so it is only a matter of time before the two buildings go down, and oh my god, look, can this pylon hold on any longer? No, but the Canadian simulator, hold on to the simulator, is falling, the shields are down, and now the hull's being done. So many units coming out from Magic, and that's... So the score is now 2-2 in favor of Uvic, always in favor of Uvic. And we'll be going to an ace match. Stay tuned. So now for anyone watching on stream, we are going to be playing this final set from Jackson Joe and Calcium? No, it's going to be Calcium. Yeah, so we are going to be watching, I believe, an ace match between Calcium and Uvic's Eric May, or VP Eric, who won in the second set, whereas Calcium also won his first set. So I believe it is, Calcium is a top Masters player. We'll check out his match history. Calcium is a top Masters player in the top 10, whereas Eric is a Grandmaster playing for Team VP. And it is going to be on MLG Shakura's Plateau. It is a Terran versus Zerg. Countdown has begun. And we are going to be watching Uvic's Eric May take on UCLA's Calcium, the Zerg from set 1, Calvin Ho. This is a TVZ on MLG Shakura's Plateau, and we see it is immediately cross spawns position with our blue opponent Zerg in the bottom left, and our hero, the orange Terran, my favorite color, rocking is in the top right. So immediately the Zerg player sends his first Overlord to the near spawn positions, as it is the very standard play to do. I'd be very surprised if his second Overlord didn't come scout his natural first and then head around the top of the map. This is a very standard scouting pattern for Zergs. Whereas Eric here is very likely to just do a bit of a brief wall off at his front before, again, working up to a strong macro push. Last game we saw Eric go for a very fast command center after 1 Rax into a super strong timing push. So despite having 1 Rax expanded, he did actually hit an aggressive timing. So he has very, very nicely worked out builds. And he did just play a TVZ as well, so he is prepared for this matchup, whereas our Zerg player was preparing for a ZVZ. So hopefully our Zerg opponent is going to be having fun. Eric looks like he wants to go for the very standard barracks at the front this time, and it'll be interesting to see if he opts to throw down that supply depot, a very quick supply depot as well, just to block the drone from getting in. Wonder if he wants to hit that timing or not. We see he is constantly training SCVs at this point, and it's very likely to just get one more out. Is he going to send out another one? He is going to scout his own base first. Oh, looks like he was just checking for the Overlord. Oh, look at that. Look at that timing. Oh, if it had been there, he would have seen it for sure. And he even lowers his own supply depot. So very, very smart play from Eric May here, who's now just going to follow this drone around just to make sure it doesn't get a lot of anything else. And we see 1 gas coming out of Eric right away. So it is not going to be the gasless 1 Rax expand that he did last time. And rather, he is going to be sending out that SCV. And, of course, Calcium does have his Scouting Overlord placed over top of his natural to check for any bunkers. But it does not have the ability to see behind his minerals. So if Eric was to place a nasty bunker back here, he may or may not be able to see it. Eric looking like he wants to just train the single Marine and send it across the map. But, oh, is it going to come out? Oh, it does come out the front. So very well played by Eric there. And the SCV is in the main, but it is being now followed by a drone. So it's going to have to, is it going to get picked at? No damage done yet. And this Marine is starting to make its way across the map. So Eric, we'll have to see if Eric wants to throw down that bunker. If he does, it'll be very, very interesting to see how Calcium deals with that. Eric now switching, moving his barracks to the back, and we're no doubt going to see a reactor out of them immediately, as following very, very as soon as he gets the money for it. But that factory now in position, and we see Eric moving out with this Marine and SCV, and is he going to throw down the bunker? He is going to throw it down right away. No. Drones being pulled off the line. Look at this. So many drones being pulled off the line. So a lot of mining time being delayed. Really good job by Eric there to delay so much mining time. But all those drones just in the process of transferring. And is Eric going to throw down the bunker? No, he's not. He's just simply going to go in for the scout. So very good scouting by him. He sees only 2 SCVs and a Queen in production and a Roach Warren. Oh, did he see that? Really well done by Eric. Good scout. Excellent scout by Eric to see that, and let's see if we go to his vision. He got full vision of it, and he knows exactly what's coming up at him. He is going to be prepared, so no doubt he's still switching out for the reactor Hellions. So very interesting by him to see those reactor Hellions coming out as well, but it is the play that he's looking to do, and I'd be very surprised if he doesn't at least get a Marauder or some extra bunkers out, and in case of that Roach all in, that is very dangerous. We see Roaches coming now, and in the production tab we see 4 Roaches, I believe, being produced. We see now 4 Roaches, 4 Calcid, 5 Roaches, no, just 4, and he is going to make his way across the map with those Roaches, so Eric now throwing down a bunker at the top, so really good by him. Unfortunately, his command center is in a very vulnerable position. However, those 2 Marines are going to run back and be able to hold that bunker with no problem against these 4 Roaches, and if the command center finishes up in time, which it might, oh, those Roaches are taking so long, oh, get away, oh, only one shot done on the the Hellions by the Roaches. Do we see a Ling follow-up to this? We go to the production tab. We see no, only drones. So we see this is just a basic 4 Roach opening from our Prospect. Oh, Eric, micro that, and he's the command center is going to finish, and he needs to lift those up right now so the Roaches don't just completely run by. And it perfectly timed, so perfectly gets the command center up, and of course the supply depots are just being simply repaired there. And a wonderful Marauder is in the slot, so excellent defense by Eric here, who is now going to transition into a Tech Lab starport. So we'll see if Cloak Banshee will be coming out from him, and it'll be very interesting to see if our Terran player is ready for this. Of course, with that Roach opening, a lot of early gas is spent on the Roaches, and speed is late, so we will not see a lair very quick, and only 1 queen at the moment. So he did transfer forward his first queen. And even though he pokes up the ramp, we'll have to see it. He got to look at that tech lab, but he must just believe that there was a barracks there. So if we go back to the everyone cam, we see that in production for him is not only 1 more queen. And will we see a lair coming out of our Zerg player? Very, very likely. Ooh, that Banshee is going to be nasty. But it is just simply rallied to the front, so this could be a very nasty timing push if he decides to go Marauder, Hellion, Banshee off this. And but he does not. In fact, he went just for the single Marauder to help hold those Roaches, and sending out the Hellions now for a bit of a scouting poke. Coming up to clear the towers, and we see that 1 Ling is going to get fried. Yep, and 3 Hellions at the front now. But with this Roach defense, you shouldn't have any trouble with it. 4 Roaches, Queen, and Spine are going to deal with those Hellions very, very cleanly. But he's just coming up to check, make sure no third, and he is going to check the other 3rd location, very likely, possibly scan it and eliminate that creep tumor before anything happens to it. Ooh, a couple of nasty little shots there. But Calcium is in a very sticky position here. He has a 2nd queen out at his natural and lair on the way, but we see no evolution chamber. So Cloak is is almost finished, and in fact it is finished completely. But the Banshee from Eric, where is it? Making its way across the map, making its way right through the center. Very good by him. And oh, this is going to be so nasty. Lair almost finished, but that Banshee does have Cloak, and he's going to want to start focusing down on that Queen right away. And no Evo Chamber in production as well. Oh my god, no. Oh, and the Queen is trapped now, so ooh, it's trapped between the 2 buildings, and he doesn't even notice he is going to lose that Queen for sure. And now the drones will start falling, so very good damage being done by Eric May at this point, who is just macroing up behind this, getting a Viking out to start sniping down those Overlords, as well as Siege Mode and tanks coming for him. But as we see, Lair has finished, so he can make an Overseer, but he has decided not. We see no Overseers in production yet, so just the Banshee working on these drones. He's waiting for the Evolution Chamber to finish so he can throw down some Spore Crawlers, but he does have the option to make an Overseer. Does he not want to make an Overseer? One is in production now. Finally, where is that Overseer? But Cloak has run out, and 9 kills. It looks like he's going to get 9 kills and still full health with this Banshee. So really well done by Eric. He's going to get a couple more 10 kills now. Overseer now and 2 queens in the way. So that Banshee is going to be turned away. So really good job by Eric here to deny scouting hilariously with his patrolling Banshees. And this Viking now just checking around, going to go and snipe down some Overlords, look like. That is just aggravating. I hate it when I see a Viking going scouting those. And let's see where his path is taking him. All the way back, not going to run into anything until, finally he is going to run into those 2, I believe. 1 Overlord, nope, another one's still hiding over here, so they are doing a really good job scouting for drops. But no drops along the top. If the drop goes along the top, it will not get scouted. And in production for Eric, we see 2 engineering bays, so he is going to want to go for double upgrades on that Marine tank ball that we see back home. And he is really good saturation on his units. We go to unit station, we see 47 and 2 mules for the Terran to 55 drones for the Zerg. So the Zerg actually did not build any units, just completely drone behind that at this point. Spire is coming up, and this is Eric's timing again, where if he pushes out right now, he could do some serious damage. He has his 3rd command center up a lot faster than our then our Zerg has his 2. So this will be, he does want to go with orbital command on this case, so he is not going to planetary at his 3rd. But our Zerg, as one of our spectators has mentioned, Zerg has a lot of gas, but he is saving up for those Mutalisks, but is still not going to be that much, especially because Eric's macro is so good, and he is sending out the, a little bit of creep at the 3rd, but the Viking did take that down, and where's that Viking now? Just patrolling along the edge, and he immediately sends out this dropship. The medevac is not scouted by the Overlord, so a little bit of a force moving out through the center. Our Zerg doing a really excellent job spreading his creep and taking his 3rd, so the center is very, very creeped up, but one scan could take down the vast majority of those tumors, and the drop is coming in now. We see the Viking just landing right outside, and the drop heading around to the left, and Overlord still did not see that one. No one does invested shots, yeah. Just a very basic force for Eric back home, doing a very good job with tanks to defend his natural. The drop is going to head in and be seen. Scan coming up, and Mutalisks have popped, so that drop is might get shut down. A lot of units are in the main base ready to defend against that. And it is going to come in, and let's see how much damage he can do before it gets shut down. Is dropping and stimming immediately. No, he is simply moving out, using this drop as an excellent time to move out his 3rd. So he did stim up and is going to do some good damage with that, but no, it was cleaned up very quickly, and he is going to lose the dropship as well to those Mutalisks. So very good defense by our Zerg player, who had the Roaches and Lings in his own base to defend against that. But oh no, another drop at the 3rd, and that hatchery is going to have to be cancelled for sure. Eric is going to focus down the hatchery, I believe. Is he going to let it finish? Oh, if he lets it finish, this is really close, and Eric picks up and runs. Oh my god, the hatchery is so low health, but he could just do a very, very easy suicide drop in there, and Eric may just want to push out and drop again. So Eric relentlessly dropping our Zerg player as well. He has his 3rd up, so he is building those SCVs and getting his SCV count up. Oh my god, 69 SCVs for Eric May. If he spreads that out, really well done. He has turrets now to defend against those Mutalisks as well, but a lot of these tanks are very vulnerable. They do have a couple of Marines there, but no, this is not the biggest Mutacloud. So if we go to the production tab, we're looking at 3 more mutas in production for him, as well as to bring his total muta count up to 14, but they are not together. We see only just one pocket of mutas here and another pocket over here, so it looks like they are going to meet up, and this dropship is going out now. And has it been scouted? No, the dropship is going to come down, and no doubt it is just going to snipe this. He will just drop and probably immediately pick up again. Is a very good sacrifice, that dropship, for the hatchery for sure. And the turret does not fully get up, and Eric gets it up and gets the repair off. So really well done by him. Are we going to see a Thor? Are we going to see Thor's coming out of Eric? We do not know. We see only more missile turrets in production. He does have the Tech Lab factory, which was building tanks, but no, these mutas are in the production of Eric now, and he needs to respond to this. He sends in Stim Marines at this point, but he does not have a lot of medevac support to build this up. So if he's able to just bring those Marines stimming again, they're a little bit low, but no, SCV's going to get picked off on the outside, so those turrets will not get up quite in time yet, but now he does have the turrets up, and a couple of idle SCVs, though. So Eric, with his massive amounts of macro, if we look at his units, he's almost at 80 SCVs to 66 drones. So if he can get that economy kicking in, he really needs to throw down more production structures at this point. He only has 5 barracks with two reactors. So if he needs to get more barracks up, and with more factories and starports as well, his production is just going to kick into overdrive. He's sitting on 161 supply right now, a little bit supply blocked, but this Mutacloud is swinging around for another attack, and they are going to focus down this turret, but so many Stim Marines are able to come in and clean that up a little bit with just 1 medevac support, though. Every Stim is very, very healthy for him, but another turret, 2 turrets already up, and the turret's going to be focused down. Is Eric going to repair it in time? No, the turret goes down, but 3 more turrets being built simultaneously, so Eric not wanting to risk this. He knows his money is about to spike, and he can afford it, but behind this, our Zerg is double expanding to his 4th and 5th on the other side of the map. So interestingly enough, not taking the close hatchery, but rather taking the far one, and a good scan. More mutas coming in, going to take out the 2 outside turrets, and the main mineral line is vulnerable for Eric now. He decides to pull his SCVs, and he has his armory up, but no turrets around in the main, so this is very, very dangerous for Eric. He needs to get units in there to defend his main, and does not want to risk losing a lot. Focusing on the orbital command right now. Very interesting choice from Calcium. But no, losing a lot of Mutalisks to those Marines. Oh, so many mutas falling right there. His muta count is now only at 17. If we go to the production structure, we see just the 2 extra hatcheries in production, but Hive is nowhere in sight. Neither is an infestation pit. So he's going to wait to get his economy up. And and look at this. A little bit of drop is... Oh my god, 1 HP! Oh, it survives with 1 HP! Oh my god! Lives with 1 HP. So this 5th and 6th, 4th and 5th hatcheries coming up are going to be available, but Eric is now going to be retreating a little bit and just going for a little bit of supply depot wall-ins. But this Mutacloud is getting larger and larger, and do we see a Thor yet? Almost 2 tanks. any Thors yet? Unit count, we see no Thors. He does have the armory and has the upgrades available, but where are those mutas? They are swinging around the back again, and this one turret is picking off a bunch of them, but half the mute is leaving the cloud, so unfortunately not that good. But Eric right now is severely supply blocked, but he is pushing out, and look at this. He is going to do some serious devastation here. He has so many SCVs stacked up at his third. His main command center has gone down, but these mutas are just wandering idly, and we see Eric has sieged up in incredible position right now. In one scan, he could take down so many of these tumors, and all that creep will just disappear. But our Zerg has his 4th and 5th up right now. Eric, what does Eric want to do from here? Does he want to take out those expansions, or is he going to try and push right into the main? We see our Zerg is very clumped up over here, but he is going for it. Our Zerg player is going for it right now. Eric has pre-spread everything, so he needs to focus down on those banelings. Really amazing target fire. None of the banelings reach the tanks, and he's doing so well. But the Mutacloud, no doubt, will be swinging in to try and clean that up. Oh, look at this little drop at the 5th. With Medevacs is going to be taking down the 5th and denying with those Mutalisks as well. So many units being rallied in, and oh, free overlords. Don't you just love free overlords? And Calcium, GG's out of that position. Unbelievable. Eric with the incredible macro and push. And that was the ace match, folks. Thank you for watching. That is now 3-2 in favor of University of Victoria, and that was game. Thanks for playing. GG. Next time, try again later. The incredible macro wins out above all once again. Stay tuned if you want to watch some fun matches. We will no doubt be staying on for a couple of random trolls. Hope you enjoyed the matches, and thank you for watching and listening.
We require more minerals. 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 Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. We require more Vespine gas. The hive cluster is under attack. We must place that on creep. We require Spawn overlord. Spawn more overlord. We require more resources. We require more speakers. Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlord. Mutation complete. Spawn more overlords.
Orders.
Our forces are under a high cluster is under attack. Spawn more overlords. Mutation. Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Our drones are under attack. Our forces are under attack. We require... We require more minerals. Mutation complete. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Depleted. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Mutation complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.